Jesus, as I gently come before you, I invite you to quiet my heart and calm my spirit. In this sacred space, I breathe in your peace and breathe out my fears. I ask you to bless every soul joining in this prayer, wrapping each one in your tender embrace. May your love wash over them like a gentle stream, refreshing and renewing their hope. If this prayer touches your heart, I softly encourage you to like this moment of grace, sharing a quiet nod of faith. If you feel called to walk this path with us, subscribing will gently keep you close to this community of prayer and healing. And if your heart holds a burden or a whisper of hope, leave a comment. Let your prayer requests or reflections mingle here, safe and heard. Now, let us pray. Jesus, I come to you with a heart heavy with the weight of fear. The fear of failing, of not being enough, of falling short in ways I cannot bear to face. Please meet me here, where I am fragile and honest. Help me to lay down this burden at your feet. I surrender this fear because I know that in your presence, I am held beyond my mistakes. Teach me to trust in your plan, even when the path ahead is dim and uncertain. I thank you for your unfailing love that never considers my failures as the end, but as a place for new beginnings. I am grateful for the courage you plant in my heart each day, often hidden beneath my doubts. I open my hands to receive that courage now, allowing it to grow strong within me. Help me to see that failure is not the enemy, but a stepping stone toward the growth you desire for me. In this moment, I choose hope over despair, faith over fear. I invite you to walk beside me, to whisper words of comfort when my spirit trembles. May our intimacy deepen, Jesus, so I can rest in your promises and find peace that surpasses all understanding. As I continue to breathe in your grace, I feel a gentle lifting of the heaviness inside. The fear that once gripped my heart loosens its hold. I release my need to control every outcome and instead lean into your divine wisdom. Help me to trust that you are working all things together for my good, even when I cannot see it. Thank you for being my refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. I am not alone. We are not alone. I invite anyone listening to softly affirm this journey by liking this prayer, a small gesture of faith that connects us in spirit. And if your heart is moved, subscribing will bring you back to these moments of quiet surrender and strength. Share your thoughts or needs gently. In the comments there is grace here for every story now. As I continue to open my heart, I ask you to heal the wounds that fear has left behind. Mend the places where doubt has taken root and blossom into anxiety. Fill those spaces with your peace and confidence. Teach me to rely on your strength when my own feels weak. Help me to see myself through your eyes, loved, chosen, and capable of more than I imagine. Let your spirit guide me beyond the shadows of fear into the light of your truth. I embrace the truth that failure is part of the journey you have set before me, not the end of the road. Thank you for every lesson learned in those moments that felt like falling. I surrender my need to be perfect and choose to grow in grace. Help me to celebrate the small victories and to forgive myself when I stumble. May your love be the foundation on which I build my courage as we continue to rest in His presence. As we continue to rest in His presence, I feel your gentle whisper, Jesus, inviting me to a deeper trust, a softer surrender. Teach me to lean into your timing, knowing that every delay, every detour is part of the beautiful tapestry you are weaving in my life. Help me to be patient with myself and with others, extending the same grace you lavishly give to me. When the road feels long and my spirit grows weary, Remind me that your strength is made perfect in my weakness. Let me find rest in that truth. Like a child nestled safely in the arms of a loving Father, I pray for all who carry burdens too heavy to share aloud. May your gentle touch soothe their weary souls and bring peace that quiets the restless mind. For those struggling with fear of the unknown, grant them courage to take the next step, trusting that you go before them and light their path. For those wrestling with feelings of inadequacy, wrap them in your unconditional love, reminding them that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, precious in your sight. As we breathe together in this sacred space, may the Holy Spirit fill every heart with a quiet confidence that transcends circumstance. Help us to see beyond our struggles to the hope that is anchored in you. Let us be vessels of your peace, carrying your light into the dark places around us. May our lives reflect your grace and kindness, drawing others closer to your heart. If this prayer stirs something within you, a spark of hope or a sense of belonging, I invite you to embrace it gently. Like this moment with a quiet heart, subscribe to stay connected to this community of shared faith, and feel free to leave a tender word in the comments, a prayer, a reflection, a need. Here, in this circle of grace, every voice matters, every story is cherished. Jesus, in the quiet of this moment, I lift up those who feel isolated by their fears. Surround them with your presence so profoundly that they know they are never truly alone. Help them to hear your voice above the noise of doubt, a steady melody of love and reassurance. May your peace, which surpasses all understanding, guard their hearts and minds, keeping them safe in your care. I also ask for healing where fear has fractured relationships between friends, family, and even within ourselves. Pour out your mercy to mend broken bonds and restore trust where it has been lost. Teach us to forgive as you forgive, to let go of bitterness and embrace reconciliation. May your love be the bridge that connects us back to one another and to you as we continue to be wrapped in your love, Jesus. I pray for a deepening of faith that moves beyond words into action. Help us to step boldly into the life you have called us to live, even when the way is unclear. Strengthen our resolve to seek justice, show kindness, and walk humbly with you every day. May our lives be living prayers, whispered through acts of compassion and courage. To everyone joining in this sacred moment, know that you are cherished beyond measure. Your fears, your hopes, your prayers, they are held tenderly in the heart of Jesus. May you feel his presence like a warm embrace, steady and sure. Let this be a place where you can return again and again to find rest, renewal, and reassurance. As the light of your love fills this space, I pray for a fresh outpouring of hope. Inspire us to dream new dreams, to envision a future where fear no longer holds sway. Remind us that with you, all things are possible, that every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory rooted in your grace. And so, as we linger here in the quiet unfolding of your presence, let our hearts remain open, ready to receive, ready to trust, ready to love, ever guided by your gentle hand. Leading us onward through the unfolding days. Jesus, breathe into us the patience to wait upon your perfect timing, the courage to embrace each moment as it comes, and the wisdom to discern your voice amid the many distractions that seek to pull us away from your peace. In the stillness, we become aware of the tender invitations you extend, calls to rest, to hope, to love more deeply. May we respond with open hearts, willing to surrender our worries and to walk lightly in faith. Teach us to cherish the simple grace of each breath, each sunrise, each gentle whisper of your Spirit moving within us. For those whose hearts feel heavy with uncertainty, I ask that you illuminate the path with your light, making clear the next step even when the journey seems unclear. Remind us that your faithfulness does not waver, even when our vision falters. Help us to hold tightly to the truth that you are our steadfast anchor, unshaken by the storms that rage around us, Lord. I pray for healing in the places where fear has taken root deeply, where it has sown seeds of doubt and despair. Come, Jesus, as the great healer, and gently uproot those fears. Replace them with your enduring peace, a peace that quiets the restless mind and settles the anxious heart. May your presence be a sanctuary where every weary soul finds rest and restoration. For those who have been weighed down by past mistakes or the harsh voices of self-criticism, speak words of kindness and forgiveness. Let your grace wash over them, reminding them that their worth is not defined by their failures, but by the immeasurable love you have poured out on them. Help us all to embrace our imperfections with compassion and to extend that same grace to others as we continue in this sacred communion. Jesus, fill us with a spirit of hope that transcends circumstance. Let hope rise like a gentle flame within our hearts, warming and brightening even the darkest corners. May this hope empower us to face each day with renewed strength and a quiet confidence grounded in your promises. I pray for the community gathered here, those whose names you know, those who may feel unseen or unheard. Surround them with your comforting presence. Let them feel the embrace of your love wrapping around them like a soft blanket on a cold night. May this shared space be a refuge where burdens are lightened and joy is quietly nurtured. For those who carry the weight of fear in silence, I ask that you send your Spirit to whisper courage into their hearts. Encourage them to take small steps forward, trusting that you walk beside them with every breath. Help them to remember that they are not defined by their fears, but by the hope and strength found in you, Lord. We also lift up those who are called to be instruments of your peace in the world, in families, workplaces, communities. Equip them with patience, compassion, and resilience. May their lives be a reflection of your love, drawing others toward healing and reconciliation. Let their gentle actions sow seeds of kindness that blossom into lasting change as we rest deeper into your presence. Jesus, soften our hearts to receive your guidance. Teach us to listen not only with our ears, but with the quiet attentiveness of our souls. Help us to discern your gentle nudges and to respond with faithfulness and trust. In this moment of stillness, I invite anyone who feels moved to share a prayer request or a word of encouragement. Let us weave together a tapestry of hope and healing, each thread a testament to your sustaining grace. Here, in this sacred circle, every voice is valued, every story honored, every prayer held tenderly. May the peace of Christ guard our hearts and minds as we continue this journey, knowing that we are never alone, that your love surrounds us continually. As we move forward, may our lives be marked by a quiet strength, a steadfast hope, and a deep, abiding joy rooted in your presence. Jesus, breathe your life into our weary souls. Renew our spirits and kindle within us a desire to live fully in the light of your love. Let us be gentle with ourselves and with others, extending the same mercy you so freely give. May your grace be the foundation upon which we build our days, steady and sure. And so, as we linger in this sacred space, hearts open and spirits attuned, we wait in joyful expectancy, ready to receive all that you have prepared for us, ready to walk boldly into the unfolding story of your grace, ever mindful that ... Each moment is a gift, a new page written by your hand. Help us to embrace the unknown with a spirit of wonder rather than fear, trusting that your presence illuminates even the darkest paths. When doubts arise, remind us gently that your love is a constant, unwavering beacon guiding us safely home. In this sacred stillness, Jesus, teach us the art of surrender, that delicate balance of holding on to hope while releasing control. May we find freedom in letting go, knowing that your plans are higher and your purposes greater than our own. Help us to rest deeply in your promises, like a child who knows they are cherished beyond measure. For those whose hearts carry burdens too heavy to speak aloud, may your comforting arms gather them close. Let the warmth of your love seep into every crack and crevice of their weary souls, bringing healing where hurt has lingered. Encourage them to trust in your timing and to lean into the peace that only you can provide. We also lift up those who are on the brink of new beginnings, whether in relationships, careers, or personal growth. Fill their hearts with courage to step forward, even when the way is uncertain. Remind them that you walk beside them every step of the journey, ready to catch them if they stumble, and to celebrate every small victory as we continue to breathe in your presence. Jesus, fill us with compassion for ourselves and for one another. May we be gentle with our own hearts, extending grace when perfection feels out of reach. Help us to see others through the lens of your love, recognizing the struggles they carry and offering kindness without judgment. Let this space be a sanctuary of peace and acceptance, a refuge where all who enter feel seen, valued, and deeply loved. May our shared prayers weave a tapestry of hope that stretches across distances and differences, uniting us in a bond stronger than fear. If you feel the quiet stirring of hope within you, I invite you again to join this community, to like, to subscribe, to share your heart in the comments. Together, we create a circle of grace that uplifts and sustains, nurturing the seeds of faith planted in each of us. Jesus, as we continue to rest in your love, breathe patience into our waiting hearts. Teach us to trust not only in the outcomes, but in the process, the unfolding of your goodness in ways we may not yet understand. Help us to find joy in the journey itself, knowing that each step draws us closer to the fullness of life you have promised. For those wrestling with fear of the future, may your peace be a steady anchor. Remind them that you hold tomorrow securely in your hands, and that your love is the constant thread weaving through every uncertainty. Help us all to cultivate a quiet confidence that moves beyond circumstances and rests fully in you. In moments of weakness, may your strength rise within us, gentle power that sustains and encourages. When the noise of the world threatens to overwhelm, help us to attune our souls to your still, small voice. Let that voice be our guide and our comfort, a source of unwavering hope. Lord, we pray for healing where fear has fractured our sense of self and broken our relationships. Pour out your mercy to restore what has been lost and to mend what has been torn. Teach us to forgive ourselves and others, releasing the chains of bitterness and embracing the freedom of grace. As we journey forward, may our hearts remain tender and teachable, open to the ways you are at work within and around us. Inspire us to live lives marked by kindness, courage, and unwavering faith, living prayers that reflect your boundless love. To everyone who joins in this sacred moment, know that you are deeply cherished. Your stories, your prayers, your hopes, they are precious in the heart of Jesus. May you find peace here, a resting place for your soul, and strength to face each new day. And so, As we linger together in this quiet space, hearts united in trust and hope, we open ourselves to the continuing work of your Spirit, to receive, ready to follow, ready to love without reservation, knowing that ... each step we take is held within your loving hands. Teach us to walk gently through the uncertainties, embracing the tender lessons you unfold along the way. When doubts arise like shadows, shine the light of your truth to dispel them, reminding us that in your presence, fear loses its power and hope is reborn. Jesus, may our hearts beat in rhythm with your heartbeat, a steady pulse of grace, mercy, and unwavering love. Help us to cultivate a spirit of surrender that is neither hurried nor forced, but flows naturally from the deep trust we place in you. Let this surrender be a soft yielding, a peaceful resting in the assurance that you are always working all things for good, even when we cannot yet see the outcome. For those who feel overwhelmed by the weight of their worries, wrap them in the gentle comfort of your embrace. Let them find refuge in the shelter of your wings, where anxiety gives way to calm and burdens are exchanged for peace. Teach us all to cast our cares upon you, knowing that you care deeply for each one of us. As we continue to breathe in your presence, fill our spirits with a quiet courage that whispers, "You are enough." Help us to release the harsh voices of self-criticism and to replace them with the tender affirmations of your love. May we learn to speak kindly to ourselves as you do, nurturing hearts that are resilient and tender at once. Lord, I lift up those whose dreams feel distant or deferred. Inspire them anew with visions that reflect your hopes for their lives. Grant them patience to wait and boldness to act when the time is right. Surround them with supportive community that encourages and uplifts, reminding them that they are never alone on this journey. In this shared space of prayer, may we become beacons of your light, reflecting your kindness, mercy, and grace into the world. Help us to see others through your eyes, extending compassion where judgment might arise, and offering hope where despair seeks to linger. Let our lives be gentle testimonies to the transforming power of your love. If your heart stirs with a quiet yes, a soft longing to belong, I invite you to reach out like this moment, subscribe to stay connected, and share your prayers or reflections below. Here, every voice is treasured, and every story is woven into the beautiful tapestry of God's grace. Jesus, as we rest in your unfailing love, breathe peace into our restless minds and weary hearts. Teach us to trust deeply, to wait patiently, and to love fully. May our faith grow stronger with each passing day, rooted firmly in the knowledge that you are with us always, our constant companion, our refuge, our hope. And so, as this prayer lingers softly in the quiet spaces of our souls, we open ourselves once more to your gentle leading, ready to embrace the unfolding journey, to walk forward in faith and to love without hesitation. For ... in your presence, all things find their true meaning, and every step is graced with purpose. Let us rest in this assurance, knowing that even when the road is unclear, your light gently guides our way. May we learn to hear the subtle murmurs of your Spirit, those tender promptings that invite us into deeper trust and surrender. Jesus, as we continue this sacred conversation of the heart, breathe into us a renewed sense of peace, a peace that quiets the restless tides within and anchors us firmly in your love. When the noise of doubt threatens to overwhelm, help us to return again and again to this place of stillness, where your voice is clear and your embrace is sure. For those who carry invisible burdens, whose struggles are unseen by the world, Enfold them in your compassion. Let your presence be a balm to their weary souls, a gentle reassurance that they are cherished beyond measure. May they find courage to share their stories, to seek healing, and to know that here, in this community of faith, they are never alone. As we breathe deeply of your grace, teach us to extend that grace outward to be vessels of kindness, patience, and forgiveness in a world longing for healing. May the love we receive from you overflow into every interaction, softening hearts and mending brokenness wherever we go. Help us, Lord, to remember that courage is not the absence of fear, but the quiet strength to move forward in spite of it. When fear whispers lies of inadequacy or defeat, may your truth rise within us like a steady flame, reminding us that we are held, capable, and deeply beloved. In moments when the journey feels too difficult to bear, carry us gently on your shoulders. Let us find rest in your presence, renewed by your tender care. Teach us to celebrate the small victories along the way and to trust that each step, no matter how tentative, is a part of the beautiful story you are writing in our lives. To all who have joined in this prayer, may you feel the warmth of Jesus' love surrounding you now and always. May this sacred space continue to be a refuge where your soul finds rest and your spirit is uplifted. If this moment has touched your heart, I invite you to stay connected, to like, to subscribe, and to share your journey in the comments below, so that together we may walk this path of faith and healing. As we linger in this gentle embrace of prayer, may our hearts remain open, ready to receive the blessings yet unseen, to trust in the unfolding of your perfect plan, and to love with the fullness of the grace you so freely give. Let us move forward with quiet confidence, knowing that each breath we take is a gift, each day a fresh canvas for your love to paint upon. Guide us, Jesus, with your gentle hand, as we step softly into tomorrow, hearts aligned with yours, ready to live out the hope and peace you so richly offer. And in this sacred waiting, may our souls find a resting place that is calm, secure, and deeply filled with your everlasting light. In this sacred waiting, may our souls find a resting place that is calm, secure, and deeply filled with your everlasting light. As the gentle rhythms of your grace pulse through our hearts, help us to embrace the quiet moments where you speak, most tenderly in the hush of early dawn, in the stillness of a breath taken in faith, and in the soft unfolding of hope that rises like the morning sun. Jesus, I ask that you continue to nurture within us a spirit of gentle perseverance, one that does not rush or strain, but moves forward with the quiet assurance of one who is deeply loved and fully known. When the weight of uncertainty presses upon us, remind us to pause and lean into your presence, where strength is renewed and fears find their gentle release. May your peace, which flows like a river through every part of our being, cleanse the doubts that cling tightly and refresh the parts of us wearied by the trials of life. Teach us to rest, not only in the moments we set aside for prayer, but in the ordinary moments, the shared smile, the kind word, the simple act of grace that becomes sacred when touched by your love. For those whose hearts are heavy with grief or loss, I lift them up to you now. Surround them with your comforting arms, Jesus, and whisper words of hope and healing that only you can give. May the memories that bring tears also bring warmth, and the quiet assurance that love transcends even the deepest sorrows. And for those who feel the stirrings of joy, however small or fleeting, let that joy take root and blossom. May it be a beacon that draws others toward the light of your presence, a reminder that even amid challenges, your goodness abounds and your mercies are new every morning. Help us to be patient with ourselves as we grow, understanding that healing and transformation are gentle dances guided by your timing. When frustration or impatience arises, soften our hearts to receive your grace anew, and grant us the wisdom to celebrate progress, no matter how subtle or unseen. As we gather in this shared sacred space, may the bonds of love and faith that connect us deepen. Let our prayers rise like fragrant incense, mingling together to form a canopy of hope that shelters and sustains. Teach us to carry one another's burdens with tenderness and to rejoice in the victories that come from walking hand in hand with you. If you find your spirit stirred by these words, I gently invite you to affirm this moment by liking, subscribing, or sharing your own prayers and reflections in the comments. In doing so, you become part of a circle of grace that reaches beyond the boundaries of time and place, a community held together by the gentle thread of divine love. Jesus, as we continue to journey forward, breathe into us the gift of deep-seated peace that rests not on circumstance, but on the unshakable foundation of your presence. When the storms of life arise, may we be like a tree planted by streams of water, firmly rooted and nourished by your enduring love. Teach us to listen for your voice amid the clamor, to discern your gentle nudges that lead us toward healing, hope, and wholeness. Help us to cultivate hearts that are open and receptive, ready to receive the abundant blessings that flow from your hand. For those who feel called to offer compassion and care to others, empower them with your grace and courage. May their lives be living prayers, extending the warmth of your love into places of pain, loneliness, and despair. Let their gentle presence be a balm to weary souls and a testament to the transformative power of your mercy. As this prayer lingers like a soft melody within us, may it inspire a rhythm of peace, trust, and love that carries us through the days ahead. May we move forward not in haste or fear, but with a steady, quiet confidence rooted deeply in you. And so, as we continue to rest here together, hearts lifted and spirits entwined, we remain open, ready to receive all that you desire to reveal, ready to walk bravely into the unknown, and ready to love without hesitation, trusting that ... the journey we share is held within your compassionate hands, each step guided by your unfailing light. May we walk gently onward, ever attentive to the subtle whispers of your spirit, embracing the grace that sustains us and the hope that carries us forward into ... the unfolding horizons of tomorrow. Jesus, in your tender mercy, teach us to hold fast to the quiet assurance that your love is our constant companion, steady, unwavering, and infinitely gentle. When doubts arise, may your peace flood our hearts, reminding us that we are never alone and that every breath we take is cradled within your grace. In moments when the path seems shadowed and uncertain, help us to remember that your light shines brightest in the darkness. Encourage us to step forward with courage, trusting that even our smallest steps are significant in your divine plan. Let us be patient with ourselves and others, embracing the journey with compassion and hope. Lord, I pray for healing where fear has taken root, where it has sown seeds of worry, unrest, and division. Come as the great healer, breathing life into places that feel broken or weary. Restore peace where there has been strife, and mend hearts that have been fractured by pain or misunderstanding. Teach us to forgive and to embrace reconciliation, so that love may flow freely between us. As we continue to abide in your presence, fill us with a spirit of gentleness and steadfast faith. May we embody the grace you pour into us, becoming beacons of your kindness in a world that longs for hope. Let our actions reflect your mercy, our words carry your truth, and our lives testify to the beauty of your love. For all who gather here, whether burdened by fear, lifted by hope, or quietly seeking peace, may you wrap them in your embrace. Let each heart feel the warmth of your presence, a sanctuary of rest and renewal. Help us to bear one another's burdens, to listen with open hearts, and to encourage with words that heal. If this prayer has touched your soul, I invite you to remain close, lighting this moment of grace, subscribing to walk alongside this community of faith, and sharing your own prayers or reflections below. Together, we weave a tapestry of love and support, each thread a gentle reminder that we are held in the heart of God. Jesus, breathe hope into every weary spirit here. Fill us with the courage to face each day anew, the patience to wait on your perfect timing, and the wisdom to trust your unfolding plan. Let our hearts be soft and receptive, ready to receive the blessings you so lovingly prepare as this sacred time draws to a close. May the peace of Christ dwell richly within us, guarding our hearts and minds. May we carry the quiet strength of this prayer into the world, living as reflections of your unwavering love. And so, with hearts full and spirits lifted, we rest in the knowledge that your grace surrounds us now and always. In your holy presence, fear dissolves, hope blossoms, and love endures forever. Amen.